Hey everybody, it's BluesCat. Uh, yeah, we're playing Minecraft again because I still don't know what I want to do. I was originally gonna play Fortnite today, but I forgot that. Oh, yeah, I forgot that that I have to sign into my Epic account because I changed my Epic password and now I have to sign in with my new Epic password. I've changed it on my new computer and now I gotta change it on my laptop. I gotta put my new password on my laptop, so yeah. Maybe I'll do Fortnite, maybe next time, sometime next week. Also, again, to reiterate, the reason why I'm not streaming that much on Tuesdays right now is because I'm currently in trade school. But maybe sometime next year I'll finally get back to streaming on Tuesdays. But yeah, I can't even play games like Fortnite on my new computer because the processor for some reason is outdated. I need to get a new processor that I need to get a new AMD processor so I can play games like Fortnite again. Or Sonic, you know. Yeah. So in the meantime, I'm just playing. I'm going back to gaming on strictly Saturdays. Strictly Saturdays. I may stream again on Wednesday, but I don't know what I want to actually play. So I'm just gonna stick to playing emulated games on my new computer. But surprisingly, Minecraft actually runs well on my new desktop. Yeah, my desktop computer is the one that needs a new processor. So yeah. So in this version of Minecraft, they added like iron golems, and they also added copper armor, which is weird. Yes, they added copper armor. So yeah. All right now. Ashley got a little cat I adopted. So in this edition of Minecraft, I'm actually not that good at naming my Minecraft streams because I am very lazy when it comes to stuff like that. But yeah, in this adventure of Minecraft, we're just gonna be exploring the caves. Not be doing much. Well, we might find a lot, but we're just gonna be mostly exploring the caves. So how's everyone doing this Saturday? I hope everyone's enjoying the new Pokemon ZA Legends game. I mean, I've kind of got out of the Pokemon groove when, I don't know. I haven't been playing Pokemon as of late. Well, that's fine if I haven't been playing Pokemon. Wait, is next year supposed to be Pokemon's anniversary? Oh, what was that sound? Yes, if you're wondering, no, I don't know. I don't know if you probably may be wondering, but my first encounter with playing a real Pokemon game was Pokemon X for the Nintendo 3DS. I had a blast playing that one. I also got Pokemon Y, but I really don't care for Pokemon Y. Even though I literally asked for those two. I literally asked for Pokemon X and Pokemon Y around Christmas of 2013. Man. You're a Alright, so what I've been up to, so I don't know. I think yesterday, I believe yesterday I might have had the weirdest dream. I was playing, I think I was playing a version of Crash Bandicoot on like a PlayStation 1. And there was this one level where, I don't know. It's this one level, and at the end of that one level, there was like a giant purple version of Crash chasing me, and it was like a giant purple Crash with like weird old man hair, and it kind of looked like a hybrid between Crash and Homer Simpson. And it was chasing me, and I actually at one point died in the level, and the giant purple Crash actually ate the screen. I kid you not, I'm not making that up. That actually happened. I was playing a version of Crash Bandicoot, I had a dream where I was playing some weird version of Crash Bandicoot, and there was this giant purple Crash Homer Simpson hybrid, and it was approaching the screen, and I was trying to run away. It was like the part in Crash, I think Crash 3, where you're running away from the dinosaur. Was it Crash 3 or was it Crash 2 where you're running away from the? I think it was a Triceratops. In that one dinosaur level, and you had to run away. Or it's like that one Crash level where you're running away from a boulder in like the front perspective, and when you die, the boulder stops on the screen. But in this case, the giant purple Crash Homer Simpson monstrosity just eats the screen. I kid you not, this actually happened to me, and I woke up screaming, but I immediately right away started laughing because of how stupid weird it was, or how fun it was. It's like normally when people have nightmares about video games, it's creepy, but it's kind of creepy to them, but it's always kind of the same stuff for me, I feel. But this one dream I had, or nightmare, this one dream I had yesterday, it ended up making me laugh hard. Like, I was playing Crash Bandicoot, it was just fun, fast-paced action, and then the giant purple Crash monster thing chased me, and I was like, oh, that's hilarious. That was pretty hilarious. I always end up having weird dreams. Oh, what did I do here? What is my cat doing? So I still really want to get into making games with Click Team Fusion, not Game Maker, not Godot, no. I want to make games with Click Team Fusion because it's a very comprehensible software for my, I don't know, brain capacity. I'm not dumb basically, but I think coding is kind of hard for me to understand, so I want to use a game engine to make games that help me make games that makes it easier to understand. I want to use a game engine that's easier to understand and make games with. So I want to start making games like simple platformers and whatnot. I have a lot of ideas, but I feel it's the most appropriate to start with something small. But I want to make a game with those small things intact, small things in mind. Like, if I want to work on my first game, I want to make a game with like a simple character. But for the games I really want to make, I gotta like start with characters I really want to, actually wholeheartedly create. But I'm kind of deciding that, well, when it comes to designing my game, I don't know if I want to use pixel art or I want to use drawn graphics, like from, a drawing program. Like, I'm kind of getting a little tired of the pixel art style, so I want to try something fresh for a change. I'm the type of person that really wants to do unique things. Like, I want to have a unique approach with whatever I create. Like, yes, I want to make something different. I'm the type of person who wants to make something completely different, like never seen before. And I really appreciate that mindset for other people. I have a vivid imagination, but sometimes I feel my mind can make me prove otherwise. Like, my imagination sparks from my motivation. Like my motivation to do anything. That's where it all starts. It's not like I'm gonna make the next, Hollow Knight or whatever. I don't know about making RPG games. I'm kind of more of a platformer type of guy. Maybe because I have like maybe a short attention span or whatever. Wait, I don't have a short attention span. Nowadays people's attention spans are screwed nowadays. And it's normalized. Like, it's super sad. like what has happened to the world nowadays. But you know what? I don't want to dive too much in this topic, considering that I've been on a month hiatus, and I don't want to have the impression that people might think I'm crazy. But yeah, it's true. But I just want to make. I really feel like I want to make games, but I still want to keep up with my YouTube channel because after my Minecraft live stream I did last Saturday, my subscribers suddenly had. I got a sudden burst in subs again. Like I now have like 500. I think 550 subs. Let's see. Yeah, I got 550 subs. That is healthy. That is a very healthy boost. Ah, yes. Oh yeah, and Halloween is approaching in 2 weeks, but I still don't know what I want to be. I still don't know what I want to be. I'm trying to figure out my costume, but I feel like in the past few years, it felt like I've been nothing but ninja. I've always been dressing up like a ninja for Halloween until I believe last year, which I decided, I want to be an alien now. I don't know what I want to be for Halloween. I want to be something cool, but I don't want to be something too scary or dorky. I was thinking about being Soundwave from Transformers, but I don't know. Do I want to be Soundwave or do I want to be Thundercracker? I don't know. But I think this year I want to have different plans for Halloween. Maybe instead of trick or treating, I'll just just walk around. I heard people I heard people say that you can never be old, you can never be too old for trick or treating. Thank you. Oh my gosh. You can never be too old for trick or treating, which I kind of agree, but I just want to do something different. Like go to the same neighborhood, trick or treat. I just want to do something different. Like probably go out and get some sushi. Get into shenanigans, but not like shenanigans that get me pulled over by the police. The po-po. The po-po. Wait, I thought we were exploring the caves. And now it's suddenly gotten boring. If only I knew where my spawn point was. If only I knew where my spawn point was. Yeah, so my cat's still following me. I think I need to feed it. How's your tail? Let's see. Why does the cat make such a weird? Why does the fish make a weird squishy sound when I feed it? I think it's the least disgusting sound a cat can make when eating. So I guess I guess that's fine. I've always had a penchant for making art, but I always had a penchant for graphic design and drawing. I like being unique. I'm tired of seeing those samey stuff. I just want to be the one. I just want to be the one that really stands out. I'll be the one. Yeah, I like that Backstreet Boys song. Oh, this actually takes me to another thing. A few nights ago, I've been watching this anime called Hanada Shonenshi, and it's about a little boy who can talk to ghosts. It's kind of a sad but also kind of funny anime. And believe it or not, they actually had a song from the Backstreet Boys as the opening, which is pretty dang cool. Yeah, they have a song from the Backstreet Boys as the opening theme. And I've also been watching an anime called oh, another cat. I'm adopting you. I saw this other anime called Hello Kitty Ringo no Mori Parallel to Town, whatever that's called. And it's a Hello Kitty anime and yes, a Hello Kitty anime. Yes, please don't judge me for watching a Hello Kitty thing. Yes, a Hello Kitty. There were a couple of Hello Kitty Japanese animes. There were a couple of Hello Kitty animes. Ugh. I like watching anime from stuff from the 2000s because I think yeah 90s anime are pretty cool, but I also like the 2000 stuff more. Something that doesn't feel too old though. I don't know what my first ever anime was, even when I was like a little kid. But I think I might have caught episodes of Pokemon. I think my earliest recorded memory of when I watched my first anime was when I was a little kid growing up in the city. I was like a baby growing up in the city, and I caught my first glimpse of anime when they I think they were showing Pokemon, the first Pokemon. I believe it was either Pokemon Johto Journeys or was it Pokemon Indigo League. Or I think I might have come to this crazy conclusion that I might have come to this crazy thing where they might have showed. I think I might have caught Gundam Seed on the TV. I don't know. Oh my god, no. No. I cannot imagine watching Gundam Seed as a baby. Why would I ever watch Gundam Seed as a little baby? That's why? Why would a little baby? Why would a baby be watching Gundam Seed? I don't know. I probably was 1 or 2 at the time. If I was like 1 years old or 2 years old, if I was like 2 years old, that probably might mean that it was 2004 and they already have Gundam Seed Destiny out. Wait, in 2004 they did have Gundam on Cartoon Network with Gundam Seed. They still had Gundam on Cartoon Network with Gundam Seed. But I cannot imagine watching Gundam Seed as a baby. I would have been so horrified. Like, it would have been cool to see giant robots destroy each other, but I'd be horrified if I watched more of Gundam Seed. Like, oh my god, this colony blew up and there's so much people in it. Like, oh my god, this guy exploded. You know how violent Gundam Seed can be. Like, the Kira versus Othron fight in the show, where I don't know if I want to spoil Gundam Seed, but I'm sure at one point Kira and Othron were fighting, and Kira somehow destroys the Blitz Gundam, and it just went. It was like boom. I'm sure the dude piloting the Blitz Gundam got chopped in half like sushi and just went boom. But for some reason in the newer versions of Gundam Seed, Kira said, "Oh no, I accidentally killed you," and then yeah. And yeah, this was actually from an episode I didn't even get to when I was originally doing my official watch of Gundam Seed. Because last year before I was gonna play Gundam Breaker 4 months ago, I was watching all of Gundam Seed. I think I got up to like episode 10 of the show. But I think I stopped in that one episode where Kira was crying like an animal. Let's see if I can actually get like the sound of Kira Yamato crying. Let's see. Oh god, I didn't know I had my microphone. I didn't know my microphone was muted. Oh gosh. All right, so here's here's Kira crying in all its ugly, ugly, ugly glory. May God have mercy on your ears. What? Oh my god. Yep, the people doing the voice, the PR, whatever, said like, okay, that's acceptable. Just let's have a Laba record our main character in emotional distress after blowing up a giant ship full of civilians. How is this accepted? How did this pass the voice acting? Okay, this is ironically the funniest thing I've ever heard in an anime. I know it's supposed to be sad that Kira's like, no, I blew up all the people I was trying to protect. Like there was a ship full of civilians and Kira had to destroy it, but I don't know if Kira had to destroy it or it got destroyed by the enemy, his Haft, and Kira's like, no, and he's like, he expresses his emotional distraught by crying like a dying animal. Why was this? How did this pass? How is this acceptable? How is this acceptable? I remember I was doing the Gundam Seed versus Zaf game, and I recorded this and I was laughing, but how could they put something so disgusting in a show like that? It's so weird. I think I want to talk more about. I want to talk about this again if I ever do play Gundam again. If I ever play the Gundam Seed versus Zaf game again, I think I might want to play that game again sometime. Maybe in November. Maybe I don't know. Maybe I'll play it sometime. If I ever do play something Gundam related, I will bring up what my ears was greeted with when I was watching Gundam Seed that one late night. If I ever heard that in the middle of the night, if I ever heard that in my room, if I ever heard that in the dark streets, I'm going to run. It's gonna trigger my fight or flight response, and I'm definitely gonna choose flight because I don't know what's making that sound, but that creature does not sound friendly in the slightest. Even if it sounds like if it's in a lot of pain, I don't know. It just sounds too horrifying. It sounds too frightening to even, no. I'm just gonna run. That does not sound like anything from this planet. It does not sound like anything you expect to hear on a planet called Earth. The irony that Gundam is also set in space yet. I think Gundam Seed might have aliens, but not like the aliens that fly around in spaceships or gosh forbid have mobile suits. Because realism, you see. Realism, you see. Maybe realism, but how could I take Gundam seriously if it has stuff like that in it? How could I take Gundam Seed seriously if they have like giant brightly colored robots killing each other? People in brightly colored robots, and then we have a dude that cries like an animal. And they have like magic rocks in their head. And Kira's best friend kind of looks like Sonic the Hedgehog with those green eyes, like bluish hair. Athrin Zala, whatever his name is. Yeah, Athrin Zala. Athrin Zala. Whenever I say the name Athrin, I can't help but think of the word Catherine, the name Catherine. What am I trying to come to here? I don't know. I think Gundam Seed has some really cool character designs. Well, really cool mech designs, but I kind of don't care for the characters at all, to be honest. Except for Lacus. Lacus Klein, I think her name is, the girl who sings. Yeah, she has a pretty cool singing voice. I think Lacus is an awesome singer because her voice actor is an awesome singer too. I'm pretty sure in the Gundam Seed Freedom movie, which Kira and Lacus get their own mobile suit. But I don't know if I really want to see the Gundam Seed Freedom movie. I've watched this one thing called, I've watched this one point in the trailer where Atherin punches Kira for no reason. I was like, bro, what the heck? They're supposed to be childhood friends, and Atherin's like, I just punch you right there. Like, even if they're having like a dispute, I think that situation doesn't even call for violence like that. Like, I know Kira's like, I don't want to fight. I don't want to fight anymore. It's too much. And then Atherin's like, shut up, you baby, and just punches him. Atherin punching Shin, or Goshford slapping Shin, kind of makes sense because Shin's kind of a cuckoo. Shin Asuka from Gundam Seed Destiny. He's kind of like cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. I think there are times in the anime, even though I didn't even watch Gundam Seed Destiny, where he has my cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. So he probably might deserve it. You know, I just hate I just hate this one trope in media where a character just decides to punch or hit a character for no reason just to make them understand something. Like, they're having a conversation and they don't need to call for violence. Like, even if things are looking bad, does that give you an excuse to go attack a friend just because they're insecure about something? Like, are you this stupid? Like, this is the type of trope I want to see just go away. I just hate this trope so much, and it makes me want to have existential questions about... It just makes me want to have existential questions about humanity. It's a serious question. A very serious question. There are other tropes in anime I can't stand, but this one trope that happens in, like, all media... Burn it! What's the point of being humans if we can't refrain ourselves from our impulses? What's the point of being humans if we can't, you know, refrain ourselves from our own impulsive behavior? Like, if we're frustrated or pent up about something or outraged, do we just have to go and just throw fists, throw hands immediately? Like, even if we're in a deadly situation, there's got to be some way you can cope. I'm like, that's one thing I didn't like about Mobile Suit Gundam 0079, where Bright Noah slaps Amuro. Like, Amuro he's probably stirred up about joining a war, and he's probably stirred up about killing somebody in the Gundam. And Bright Noah just slaps him for no reason. Like, Bright, come on, man. Dude, don't just... Wow. Like, come on. I know you're trying to make a man up, but slapping him is just like an out of nowhere just approach. Like, it's just an out of nowhere approach. That's one gripe I had with the first Gundam anime, even though I didn't even watch much of the first Gundam show. Like, I know it's supposed to be like character drama, but even in character dramas, there are characters should have like some degree of self-control, no matter how bad a situation looks. Like, we can understand the characters, but if one character decides to throw hands with another character just to make them understand something without the use of violence, that's when I lose respect for the character who had to take it to the extremes with violence. I just immediately lose respect for all that character. Immediately lose respect for that character. Yeah, I get it. Atherin is like one of the many fan favorite characters in Gundam Seed. And I'm pretty sure he has some pretty cool mobile suits, like the Aegis Gundam, Justice Gundam, what have you. But that one scene where he punches Kira, I understand where he's coming from with Shin, because this is coming from someone who hasn't even seen Destiny. Who hasn't seen Seed Destiny. And I'm pretty sure that Shin has gone cuckoo and tried to hurt Kira over the course of the anime. But I'm pretty sure the plot centralizes back to Kira and Atherin. I think, yeah, Atherin is a fan favorite. And I think he has some cool mobile suits, but I just don't want to watch the Gundam Seed Freedom movie because of that one scene. You know? Yeah. So Gundam aside, it is Halloween. It's nearing Halloween. People are getting spooky, festive with spooky month. Boy, it is already the spooky month. I mean, it's been kind of warm up and down with the whole warm temperatures. Like, it's warm sometimes. It's like warm in the day, but it's really cold at night. It's freezing cold at night, but it's warm in the day. It's just weather just going up and down all around. To be quite frank. To be quite frank, who is Frank? Do I even know? You know, to be blunt, to be broad. Weather has been going up and down all around. That could be death. Kitties, we must get away from that spot. Yeah, what's worse is that if a character would ever, you know, hurt another character for no reason. They're not. Well, if a character who didn't even fight with the one character to begin with, or isn't planning to hurt anyone, the other character decides to hurt the character who didn't, you know, actually fight anyone or whatever. It just and the one character who threw hands isn't even apologetic about the whole ordeal. It just makes me want to hate the character even more. You know, yeah, that's my 2 cents. That's my 2 cents. Going in my 2 cents, and it was worth it. I'm glad this honestly was said. I'm glad I was being vocal about tropes I hate. Aside from, you know, if I'm watching an anime and like if a character gets a sudden power up and it's like stupid, like somehow sometimes I care. That's one point where I would really care for the plot, because even in a goofy anime, there's still a goofy action-oriented anime. There's still stakes. There's still like there's still stakes in some capacity, but I don't want high stakes to be in every work, especially if it's like something goofy. You know, I'm not the type of fan who enjoys like story-driven cartoons, but I'm comfortable with watching story-driven anime because the bulk of anime is story-driven. But there are episodic animes out there that are pretty fun. And personally, I like the episodic stuff more than the story-driven stuff, because to me, watching story-driven shows is kind of a chore. I just want to sit down and watch something to relax to. But if I want to get that adrenaline pumping, I'll just watch them. If I really want to watch anything story-driven, honestly, I'll just watch anime. You know, I might watch Avatar: The Last Airbender, but I'll just watch anime. Well, Avatar: The Last Airbender isn't objectively anime, even aside from the art style, but I just mostly am an anime. I mostly watch cartoons, but I watch anime too. I watch a bunch of Cartoon Network stuff. I watch I watch some of the Transformers stuff. Last night I was watching a clip of Transformers Animated, and Starry Sumdac was dressed as Optimus Prime for Halloween, and she was like, "I am Optimus Prime, and I am scared of spiders." It was kind of funny. You know, Optimus Prime in Animated does kind of sound like Armada Optimus Prime. But in Transformers Animated, Optimus was voiced by David Kaye, but Transformers Armada Optimus Prime was voiced by Gary Chalk. But they do kind of sound similar. And yes, and last night I was watching Beast Wars. Beast Wars, I love Beast Wars. I was on one episode where Maximals go into the Ark and Megatron was trying to kill Optimus. But Optimus Primal used some of Optimus Prime's spark and it became like a super Optimus Prime. Optimal Optimus. And I was like, oh my god, is Optimus Prime going to awaken? Oh my god, this is so cool. But nope, it's just Optimus Primal just using some of Optimus' spark to gain a superpower. A power-up. And then he returns the spark of Optimus Prime to Optimus Prime, of course. And I was like, wow, this is so cool. And Optimus Prime gets like a new look to himself. I'm pretty sure this is like the second transmetal appearance he has. You know, I really can't wait to watch more Beast Wars. Super awesome season. Well, super awesome show that takes place way after G1. But it's technically set before the G1 show. Dun 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 dun. Beast Wars. If you've seen Transformers Beast Wars, you had a good life. You have one of the many things that makes a good life. I wasn't born in the 1990s, but seeing Beast Wars as a 21-year-old in 2024, I was like, oh my god, this is so cool. And next year is going to be the anniversary of Transformers Beast Wars, so I'm pretty much celebrating early. You know, I'm not from the 90s, but who cares? I can enjoy awesome stuff from those time periods. Like, this is so rad. Pretty rad. You know, when I watch story-driven shows from the 90s compared to story-driven shows nowadays, I feel that story-driven shows from the 90s, like Mr. Beast Wars here, or maybe Reboot, I felt like these shows had a great sense of drama, but still had good touches of humor. Whereas I feel with story-driven shows nowadays, it just feels a little too overdramatic and just, you know, a little too gushy-washy. Maybe it's just me. And there are actually fans of animation that somehow tend to, you know, like with modern cartoons nowadays. I watch a couple of modern cartoons. I was gonna watch this one show on Netflix, I think, but I think it was about a haunted house. Well, I've been watching a couple of modern stuff nowadays. I've been watching I don't know. What am I trying to say? I've been watching Kiss Cartoon. Yes, Kiss Cartoon. And I've been watching I've been watching what have I been watching? What have I been watching? I've been watching this show about a giant girl. Like this show about this giant girl with huge limbs. This huge girl called Goldie. And it was a nice chill show. I loved it. And I know a lot of people been watching Bluey and all that, but yeah. I've also been watching a couple of other cartoons. I've been watching like I said, I've been watching Beast Wars, but I've also been watching I've watched this one Chinese cartoon that was sort of like this ripoff of Beyblade. I think it was called Spin Fighters. Yeah, it's called Spin Fighters, and it's basically the Chinese version of Beyblade. It's like how Yu-Gi-Oh is to Duel Masters. Let's see. Where do I want to go now? Yeah, I've been what else? I want to say something, but what? What do I want to say now? Wait. Hey, it's a pirate ship. Last night I wanted to watch some Fairly Odd Parents on my TV, but I was like, nah, I don't know. I mean, Fairly Odd Parents is a fun show, but I didn't have the energy to watch it. I think I was here before at one point. Oh. I have the feeling I was here. Why would I want a poisonous potato? I think I might have died here at one point. Why would I want a poisonous potato? I don't know if I want a poisonous potato. Why are you recommending me this stuff? Why is a poisonous potato in pirate ship? I got plundered and plunged. That's preposterous. A poisonous potato and a pirate thing. They got plunged. That got plundered, plunged, and yeah, pooped out. Pooped. I think I've also been watching what have I been watching recently? I know I've been watching some Transformers stuff recently. I've watched a little bit of Fairly Odd Parents, and you know, I heard that there's actually this channel. I was watching on my one of my TVs that I got, and I know for a fact that they have an actual channel dedicated to all things Transformers, which is neat. I think I've also what else do I want to talk about? Yeah, I've been watching anime. I've been watching little bits of Gundam. I feel like I really want to watch Code Geass again, but I gotta remember which episode I left off on. Yeah, last year I was watching Code Geass, and I'm pretty sure I left off on an episode where I don't know. What can I remember from the last episode of Code Geass I watched? I'm pretty sure that there was this episode where crap. I know I've gone far into the show, but I can't I think I remember a part with like a huge city. Or I'm pretty sure I don't know. I've been watching Code Geass, and I can't remember a single thing because it's been so long. Code Geass, Lelouch the Rebellion. I'm pretty sure they introduced the Lancelot frame in the episode I stopped on. I think that's what I can remember. Mother of gosh. So yeah, I really don't know. You know, Mainframe Entertainment had not only created Beast Wars, but they also created Reboot. And everyone on the planet knows that. And they also created this awesome series of movies called Scary Godmother. And I'm pretty sure, yeah, I've been watching some Scary Godmother recently, and it's really cool that Mainframe Entertainment were the ones behind it. And Mainframe Entertainment was also the same ones responsible for the Hot Wheels movies, the Highway 35 and Accelerator films. I'm like, what? That's so cool. Imagine if Mainframe Entertainment got hired to do the Bionicle movies. Oh my god, I'd be throwing my money at the screen for that. I'm pretty sure Mainframe Entertainment is still around, and I think they're like doing Octonauts. Believe it or not, I can have a company go from Transformers to Octonauts. Like, can you imagine? If you saw anything from Mainframe Entertainment when you were a kid, you had the best childhood ever. You had an awesome childhood. You know, my childhood was I remember playing Minecraft back in 2012. It was so awesome. Yeah, my childhood in 2012 was just me sitting in front of me in the summer just playing on my Nintendo 3DS. And yeah, 2013, I don't know. I remember back in 2015, I was sitting down with my laptop in my dark room, playing some Roblox, watching Fresh Beat Band of Spies. Oh my gosh, Fresh Beat Band of Spies. Get your spy on, get your spy on. I love the original Fresh Beat Band, and Fresh Band of Spies is pretty funny. I love that show. I've actually got back to watching Fresh Beat Band of Spies for its 10th anniversary. Like, I wish the show could have had a lot more episodes, but last night I heard that I was looking at IMDb, and the guy who played Twist in the Fresh Beat Band also is still around doing lots of other acting work. And I'm like, no way, that's Twist from the Fresh Beat Band. He's still like doing acting. I gotta watch these shows just because the actor for Twist and Fresh Beat Band. Trombos no match for the Fresh Beat Band of Spies. Love that. I love Fresh Beat Band of Spies. We need more cartoons like that again. I want more. Dang it, Nickelodeon! Why did you stop making episodes? Yeah, Fresh Beat Band of Spies is good. It's a good show. Anyway. Yeah, I was playing Roblox in the dark of my room, watching that awesome show, and I'm like, you know, 2015 was a really nostalgic year for me because of so many awesome things happened. I can't put my finger on it, but 2015 was like one of my best years of my whole life. It was the year where I actually also felt so alive. It was the year where I felt so alive. Like I remember playing Roblox on my laptop. I remember getting Builders Club. I remember playing Smash on my Wii U on those awesome summers. I just remember just vibing, playing Bubble Bobble, getting into the Bubble Bobble series, watching Fresh Band, flipping Roblox. Like it was the year to be alive. It was the year where Minecraft YouTubers were still fresh, and what else happened? What else? There's gotta be something else that happened in 2015, if I can remember. I remember what do I remember? What do I remember? What else do I remember? It's been. Oh yeah, I remember people freaking about the dress, freaking out about the color of a dress. Is it black and silver? Is it gold and still black? Is it black and blue? Is it gold and black? I'm like, what? I'm like, dude, the color of the dress is blue and black. Like, people were making such a huge outrage over a dress. It was actually really funny to see people go bonkers over a dress. And people thought the trend was kind of stupid. Like, I didn't think the dress. You know, I thought the dress trend was really stupid. But in retrospect, it was just really funny. Not like stupid, but like stupid funny. I don't know. I kind of wasn't too fond of internet trends back then, but that's because even though I was like the one who would kick back. Even though I was the one who would like kick back and have fun, I was like one of those people who like, oh, this is a new trend, I hate it. But looking back, I thought these trends were actually pretty cool. It's just that I wasn't in the right mindset. You know, I would like to try the mannequin challenge one day. There were a lot of people doing like the whole Andy's coming thing, and it was super hilarious. You know, nowadays with the trends are happening nowadays, I'm like, I can just turn away. Because these trends are just genuinely just kind of dumb. Like, you know, I'm talking about the whole TikTok stuff, and I think TikTok is a really stupid app. And people are just destroying their attention spans that way. It's like it's just really upsetting to see what the world has came to now. Like back then we had genuinely fun stuff, and people were genuinely nicer. Like we were a lot smarter. We not only worked harder, but we also worked smarter. But nowadays, I think there's still some hardworking people out there. Excuse me. It's just that, yeah. Like, what happens to us nowadays? What has came over us nowadays? Like, the push for, you know, AI and all that stuff. Like, ChatGPT. I know ChatGPT is kind of reliable. I've been playing around with ChatGPT just for fun, but I've never actually saw ChatGPT be used anything useful in any scenarios because I know that AI can even get things wrong. So my best bet, if I want to look up information, I'll just actually look up from a human source. And let's not forget about AI art. In my opinion, I think AI art is just weird. It's just soulless, but I'm not against anyone who use AI as like, you know, time-saving measure. You know what I'm saying? Like AI art is an impressive feat of technology. But it's kind of lazy, but AI can have its advantages. I'm not totally, you know, anti-AI. I can see AI having its advantages, but personally, if I want to do stuff like make stories or whatever, I'll always 100% use my mind. I'll use all of my mind to engineer, you know, ideas for stuff. But if I really want to, you know, just play around, I can have ChatGPT. Play around with ChatGPT as like a toy. It's like a, you know, little toy if I'm really bored. But all in all, I think human AI work should never replace human work. Like, AI can never replace a wrench, a hammer, a pencil. AI cannot replace anything like that. AI cannot replace a creative mind. That's what humans are for. AI can never replace anything. We only use AI to help us, even in the more complicated stuff. Like, I want to see AI used for. I want to see actual more practical uses for AI. Like, we can use AI for space travel, underwater, like space research, underwater stuff. We can use AI for medical. I bet their AI is indeed being used for medical purposes. That'd be super cool. Like, I want to see AI used in ways that could actually benefit mankind rather than starve them out of their jobs. Oh man, let's see. I've been looting this place of cornflower. I've genuinely been looting this whole hill of all these cornflowers. But I'm just gonna leave this place alone because I got enough cornflowers to make blue dye already. And they actually updated the sprite for blue dye, so now it's like sitting on this little plate shadow. I don't know. All right, so yeah, yeah. There was actually a lot of people in the room I'm in. So now they've cleared out. They had like to carry a thing, but now everything's just calmed down. So I guess it's safe to speak with voice chat again. If I ever forget my microphone, I could always communicate with the Minecraft chat. But I don't want to be stopping every second just so I can say something. Yeah. Anyway, AI can have its purposes for some of the tougher work. Like, not because you're lazy, but if you need something done, if you're in like a time constraints, you can use AI for some stuff. Like, I think AI art is kind of lazy, but as long as it looks canny, as long as it can look canny, as long as you're willing to use both traditional art and AI art for something, and if the AI art does indeed look canny, if you try to make it as canny as possible and not make it weird, I guess it's fine. But I guess it's always good to have a balance between human and AI, you know. AI can have its purposes. AI can have its disadvantages. But at the end of the day, it's a tool. It's not like it's going to replace us. After all, humans created the AI, and it's not the tool itself, but what we do with it. It's what our intent is. We can use it for good. People use it for good. People use it for evil. At the end of the day, AI is just a tool. We write prompts based on what we want to see and what we want to do. And what we want to make. AI is not good nor evil. No matter what the movies tell you. It's just a database. It's just a database. Well, there are AIs out there that can be, evil, but maybe it's just I don't know. Let's pray we don't go into a future like the Terminator, where the robots do try to destroy us. But that will be prevented. There are people out there that will prevent such a fate. There are people who just say, "Oh, the world is doomed." You're like, "No, it's not. No, it's not. You have the power to stop this. There won't be any killer robots coming for us." Yeah, I really hope the world doesn't plunge into chaos. And then we get, like, giant robot skeletons. We got, like, giant robot... We don't like... let's hope we don't have, like, giant robot dropships with, like, giant robot skeletons everywhere trying to get us. Trying to blast us. I haven't even seen a single Terminator movie, but I think I just, I really want to watch the Terminator one day. I just want to watch a good old action movie from the 1980s. I've seen all three of the original RoboCop movies. Now, I want to see three of the Terminator films. I saw this one clip of Terminator 2 with Arnold Schwarzenegger just using the minigun, just blasting everything. I really do want to watch Terminator. Like how I also kind of want to watch the Predator movies. All right, let's see. Yeah, I like some good action movies, but I also like comedy movies more. I like really funny movies. I've seen movies like I've seen some pretty funny movies like I'm not sure if I've seen My Big Fat Greek Wedding, but I might want to give it a shot one day. And other funny movies I watched, I've seen some of the Ernest movies, like Ernest Goes to School, Ernest Joins the Army. I've seen what's another funny movie I've watched? I've seen Cats vs. Dogs. That's pretty funny. I've seen Bubble Boy. I've seen what other movies I've seen? Funny movies I've seen. I think I saw the first Charlie's Angels movie, but I don't know if that's really a comedy, but it's still a great spy movie. I enjoyed the first Charlie's Angels film. Yeah, I thought Bubble Boy was a pretty hilarious film. I think I remember the part with where the Bubble Boy was on the train. And there were like these guys, And I saw the part with Dr. Freak, and it was like, ha 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 ha, you're so many, ha ha. I think the name of the actor for Dr. Freak was Vern Troyer. Rest in peace. He was really funny. He was a really funny character. I'm not Minnie. I'm not Minnie. I'm not Minnie. Yeah, I love the girl for like 10 minutes. Then I kicked her out of the car. Like Vern Troyer was super funny in that movie. Super funny in Bubble Boy. I'm pretty sure he was also in one of the Austin Powers movies. Yeah, let's see. Wait, for some reason Minecraft is lagging. I don't know what's happening, but my game's lagging for some reason. I can see it now on my phone, but let's hope it doesn't happen in the playback. Oh boy, that will spell trouble. What other comedy movies I've seen? Oh yeah, Kung Pao Under the Fist. Oh, that's a really funny movie. I should have actually watched Kung Pao. I actually should have watched Kung Pao earlier. I should have watched Kung Pao this week, man. I should have remembered Kung Pao. Oh my god, that movie is gold. I really need to watch Kung Pao. I really need to watch Kung Pao again. And let's not forget Kung Fu Hustle. Yeah, Kung Fu Hustle is also pretty funny, but I never watched the whole movie. But I endeavor to rewatch Kung Pao Under the Fist and Kung Fu Hustle. Great parodies of old Kung Fu movies. I've watched my fair share of Kung Fu movies. I've seen this one called Big Rascal. I've seen I think I've seen Game of Death. No, did I see Game of Death? And I've watched a couple of other Kung Fu movies. On YouTube there are a lot of Kung Fu movies. Like a lot of Kung Fu movies. Like not 1, not 2, not 20, like there are probably like 50 Kung Fu movies. 50 or more. How good is your Kung Fu? And we can't forget the classic funny dubs. How good is your Kung Fu? Yeah. Yes. Yes. My Kung Fu is good. I'm pretty sure that I've also seen the City Hunter movie featuring. Was it was Bruce Lee or was Jackie Chan in the City Hunter movie? I'm pretty sure City Hunter is based off an anime. And it's also a comedy. Has there ever been a Godzilla comedy film? Has there ever been a Godzilla or kaiju movie with comedy as one of being the central points? I'm pretty sure there are movies based on Journey to the West that are indeed pretty funny. Yeah, this year has been pretty awesome. Going out to see the Minecraft movie, it was such a fun ride. Like it was such a great movie to watch. And the sequels, believe it or not, the sequel's coming out in 2 years. And we're gonna get the Super Mario Galaxy movie next year. Yeah, it's really weird that the Super Mario Brothers movie's sequel is called Super Mario Galaxy. Like, I think this is gonna be Yoshi's debut movie. And the movie's called Super Mario Galaxy. Like, what are they gonna do there? Also, I really want to watch, I'm pretty sure I also want to watch another movie this year. I'm pretty sure I've wanted to watch, crud. What movie did I want to watch this year? You know, I really want to go out of my town more often as part of my New Year's resolution next year. I've been out of my town once on my own when I was going to go to my local Walmart, and I ended up buying a Hello Kitty plush, Transformers Optimus Prime figure, and I'm pretty sure I got a toy lightsaber. Hello, Nintendo lover, Nintendo and Sonic Gamer Girl. How you doing? How you doing today? I'm doing pretty nicely. So I think it's gonna be 5:20. I think in 3 minutes I'm gonna wrap up the stream because I just want to have some prep time. You know, go. Let's go out for a walk in my town. Yeah, right now I don't even have any cash on me, so I'm just gonna walk around my town, buy some dinner. Who knows? Yeah, I have a new computer now, and I really want to, you know, get all my stuff from this computer onto my new computer. So and my best friend in this time of need would be Google Drive. That means I gotta import all my, you know, live stream screens. Gotta import all my stuff to my new desktop computer. I gotta get a new processor so I can play the games there. Play some of the relatively new games. Like I've got a lot to do. It's like that one song from Aladdin, where Aladdin was being chased by the guards, by the guards in the town. You know, I've got a lot of stuff to do, and I haven't played Mario Kart World in a long time, so I want to change that. But first, I got to figure out how I'm going to use my capture card on my new computer because I've got a lot of stuff plugged into my computer, and I got to figure out what I got to do. So yeah, I've got to wrap up the stream, or I could just stop right now. I could just stop what I'm doing and just stop right now. But yeah, you know, I'm gonna try and get my stuff onto my computer, make my computer be able to stream for anything ahead. So yeah. And guys, that's gonna do it for this episode of Minecraft. Thank you for watching. Thank you for coming to hang out if you hadn't already. Make sure you like and subscribe to see more cool content. I think I might be live streaming either Wednesday or Saturday, but who knows? I'll have a plan in place somehow. But yeah, see you everybody.